Yeah, good morning. Thanks for joining us. We just want to quickly go through refillable cartridges for a Canon printer. These are products that we sell, and we have quite a few people comment that we've either got the written instructions incorrect, these here, or that they don't understand what it is we're trying to achieve. So if we go through it bit by bit, hopefully that will allow you to understand. So let's go through what you receive in a kit. The kits are supplied in two ways. You can either buy just the cartridges, in which case you will receive just the cartridges and a packet of bungs and a packet of silicone washers. We will go through these shortly, what each of the pieces do. I think you can see that clearly. I hope you can. If you order by kit, in addition to these, you will receive 5 bottles of ink, and you will also receive fill adapters. Once again, we will go through that shortly. Not a very good shot there. There you go. We can see that. Now, what I would say is, it is model dependent what you receive, whether you receive 5 cartridges and 5 bottles of ink, or 6 cartridges and 6 bottles of ink. So if the instructions that you receive, or if you're looking at this video and you think, oh, I've got 6 bottles of ink, yeah, let's just have a look at that sensibly, and let's apply what we're learning per colour. And please understand, we can't do a video for every printer model, so let's get into it. Let's have a look at the cartridge. There we go. Canon cartridge, supplied with its tear tape, just there. If you remove this tape, it allows a hole underneath to be exposed, which allows air circulation through the cartridge. What have we got here? There we go, that's a plug. That's where you fill. The cartridge comes with a cradle attached. And there is the chip. And that is an auto reset chip, and we'll talk more about that in a second or two. So let's just assemble that back together, and let's go through the other parts that you receive. Let's have a look at the silicone washers first. We can then tick those off and they're out of the way. Inside the bag there you can see the washers. The purpose of these is, if you're buying the cartridges for a new printer, the printhead supplied has absolutely no wear in it whatsoever, and you will get a perfect seal. And if you look inside there on the printhead, you can see you've got this rubber area, which is where the cartridges contact and they form a seal. If you can appreciate, through continual use, eventually you will ridge that seal, and that's what the silicone washers are for. You would simply take a silicone washer and you would place it like so. And they are a little bit fiddly, but not too fiddly. There we go, silicone washer in place ish. Just bob it on there. That covers those. How are we going to fill the cartridge? So let's take, I've actually already filled a yellow one, and you will notice that I've got a magenta and a yellow cartridge. You will see, as supplied, that you have a foam here that's white and you have an empty fill space. This is a filled yellow cartridge. Please note that the foam has taken on the yellow ink, absorbed it, and that's the kind of level you're looking to fill to before you pop it into the printer. So how do we go ahead and fill? It's quite simple really. There's a cartridge, it's magenta. We select our magenta ink. There, but I'm going to use one that we've done earlier, as usual. And all you would do is you would remove the bottle top, and you would pop the fill adapter, and they can be quite tricky because they're so small. And there you go. That's all you're doing. So let's now have a look at what we need to do to fill a cartridge. We remove the filling bung, stopper, or whatever people choose to call them. we take off the air tape like that. Then I'm going to try and do this fill from the back, which is kind of awkward, but I hope you can see what's going on by doing so. We'd offer up the bottle. There you go, you can see that the sponge is instantly absorbing that ink, and that's what we're looking to do there. A nice clean approach, quite an elegant approach actually. There's not a lot I can say about this other than just carry on filling and let the cartridge do its job. Unfortunately, we don't have mood music. There you go, we've nearly got it. And what you do then, you can see no mess. Oh, other than the ink that's just come out the fill hole. That had to happen, didn't it? So, what we would do now is pop in a bung. And give it a little squirt just to seal it. And that's the cartridge set to pop into the printer. In an ideal world I would have had a tissue, but I didn't, so we'll leave it there. But as you can see, quite easy to use. One other thing I would say is that it is possible to use these cartridges with a syringe and a needle. And if you so choose, you can actually fill them in situ. I can't go through that now because I don't have a printer. So thank you for looking.